Are you always behind your friends in progression in Minecraft? Well, you're in the right place. This is the third and final episode of the Ultimate Minecraft Progression Series for Minecraft Bedrock Edition. If you haven't done so, go back and watch episodes 1 and 2 as they'll help you progress to this point. Before jumping back in the portal, make sure you have a weapon, plenty of pickaxes, as many blocks as you have, water, food, and all the fireworks you can get your hands on. Since we have killed the Ender Dragon, one of these structures will appear. Locate it on your end island. Every time you kill the dragon, you get another one until you have 20. Build up to it, and then throw an Ender Pearl in it or use water to swim into it. This will teleport you out to the outer end islands. We are now looking for an end city. At this point in time, it can be very helpful to go to your settings, video, and change your render distance as high as you can. In the end, you will find chorus fruit. The flowers can be shot with a bow or mined with a silk touch tool to collect, and then can be planted on endstone to grow them. By binding the bottom of a chorus fruit plant, the whole thing will break and it can be collected. Chorus fruit restores 2 hunger bars and teleports you when eaten. Upon finding an end city, go down to the bottom structure. Mine into the side to avoid the shulkers out front, and then kill them from behind. Shulkers drop shulker shells, which can be used to make shulker boxes, which are very useful. The room types like this with 3 layers will have an ender chest located in the back, and a normal chest. End city chests will have very good loot. Ender chests will have the same inventory no matter which ender chest you open, so if I put an item in here and open a different ender chest, it'll still be in here. These are very useful but must be mined with a silk touch pickaxe, else they will drop obsidian. I'll also collect the chest because combining a chest and 2 shulker shells in a crafting table will give you a shulker box. Tall rooms such as this will be filled with shulkers, and by going to the top you will find 2 chests. Once again, these will have extremely good loot. It appears as though I've forgotten a crafting table in wood, so I'm gonna have to go back for that. Alright, now that I have a crafting table in wood, I'd recommend crafting an axe, because it'll let you break the chest faster. Now, continue going in a direction until you find another end city. This can take a very long time, and may take thousands of blocks, so don't get discouraged. Oh, there it is, another end city. You may also find more of these structures, which entering them will lead you back to the main portal. From here, I can tell that this end city will have at least 6 loot chests because there are 3 large pillar structures. Also, there's no 3 tall towers, only 2 tall ones, so there won't be any ender chests. Once your inventory is full of loot, place down your crafting table and craft a shulker box. Shulker boxes are super useful as you can store all your items in them, and then break them, and they'll still have the items within them. Here's another pillar. As you float up it, you can kill the shulkers surrounding it, and they'll drop a lot of shells on bottom. Punching the bullets gets rid of them. They can also be blocked with a shield. Oh, finally, a chest plate. Oh, there's another end city. Oh, there we go, silk touch pickaxe. Now I can pick up ender chests. I think I can make that. Not even close. There it is! After exploring for long enough, you will find one of these structures. The ship at the end city is exactly what we're looking for. It contains 2 loot chests and the elytra. Once you get under the ship, mine a bunch of blocks and build up. If you want, you can put water below you first. Upon reaching it, dig into the ship, and there's the elytra. Elytras can be equipped instead of chest plates, and when jumping in the air, they allow you to glide. Using the firework rockets from earlier, you can fly really fast. From this point on, I recommend storing any filled shulker boxes or valuable items in your ender chest, so if you die, you won't lose them. The ship will also contain a brewing stand with 2 healing potions. You can grab these if you feel like it. Going to the front of the ship, you will find a dragon head. I collect these just for the fun of it, they have no functional value. Now, continue flying around and looting end cities until you feel as though you have acquired a fair bit of gear. Use your firework rockets sparingly, but they are very useful. Oh look, there's another ship. I definitely would recommend grabbing extra elytras if you can. Make sure when flying over the void to watch the durability of your elytra and replace it with a new one if you have to. Oh look at there, 2 end cities at once. Make sure not to put on any armor that says Curse of Binding as you won't be able to take it off. This matters most with chest plates as you won't be able to wear a new elytra. Once you've acquired about this much loot, you should be good to go. For all of the following gear, make sure that none of them have Curse of Vanishing or Curse of Binding. Get at least 2 swords, at least 2 or 3 pickaxes, 1 or 2 shovels, 2 helmets, 2 chest plates, 2 leggings, and 2 boots. Also, as many elytras as you feel necessary. Also, make sure to collect as many diamonds as you can because we will need these for the next step. Once you've gathered all the necessary loot, there's 2 ways to get back. You can put all your items in an ender chest and die, which I would not recommend because you lose levels, or you can fly into one of these. This will bring you back to the main end island. You can then jump back into the portal, and you will be back safely. Before we leave though, I'd recommend one last thing. Obsidian is very useful, and you'll need a lot of it, especially if you're building an XP farm, such as the Guardian farm I've designed, or a zombie piglin farm. It is also used to craft ender chests and make nether portals. so I'd grab about a stack before you leave here, maybe more. I decided to grab a fair bit of obsidian because I know I'll be building an XP farm. To get back to your base, I recommend building a nether portal. Make sure to grab anything that you left for later. Write down the coordinates before lighting the portal, and also divide the coordinates by 8, because this will give you the coordinates of the portal in the nether. Upon spawning in the nether, break your portal. Then, locate the nearest bit of land that goes all the way down to lava. Dig straight down till you reach Y level 11. Oh my gosh, ancient debris. Once you're at Y11, go to the coordinates of the end portal. Once the coordinates divided by 8 match your coordinates, build a nether portal on this block and go into it. This will link directly up to your end portal. This is because the nether is 8 times smaller than the overworld, which means that every 1 block traveled in the nether is 8 blocks traveled in the overworld. This can make travel a lot faster. You now want to locate the coordinates of your nether portal at your home base and dig towards it. Upon reaching the coordinates of your home portal, build a nether portal here at Y11. Light it and enter. This will bring you back to your base. Now go back through the portal. If it connects to the portal at Y11, you're good. If not, and it leads to your old portal, break it. Then dig down. And then dig back to your portal. Now, all of your portals will be at Y level 11. From this point forth, building your portals here will be very useful. I didn't explain this very well in the video, but the reason I do the portals like this is so that I can have nether tunnels that connect from place to place, and I travel 8 times faster in the nether. Building them all at Y11 is best for mining for netherite, and it just makes it a lot simpler to dig tunnels here, because there's no lava. Now that we're back at base, we want to do some enchanting. Make sure to set your spawn point back at this bed as well, so you won't spawn at the end portal if you die. Using the books from the end library, craft some bookshelves to finish your enchanting. You'll need at least 15 bookshelves to complete the setup, and get level 30 enchants. Now cook some cobblestone in a furnace. Using 3 stone, craft slabs, and then craft a grindstone. Using a grindstone, you can remove enchants from a piece of armor or weapons, and it'll give you XP in return. It will not remove curses though. At this point, if you don't have any, using a fortune tool, gather as much lapis as you need. You'll need anywhere from 1 to 2 stacks. Oh look, there are diamonds. Also gather any extra diamonds you find. These will be very useful. Set. Oh, finally lapis. Once you've gathered a good bit of lapis, gather about 2 of every armor piece that you'd like to enchant, and the same thing with tools and weapons. I would recommend crafting an axe, because you won't find them as loot in end cities. I would also craft a couple of bows. Then grindstone the things that you don't want. When enchanting items, we are looking for protection 4 on 3 of our pieces of armor, and 1 of the other types of protection on the other one. Protection caps out at level 4, and you also will want unbreaking 3 on these items. Mending is another enchant you'll want on most of your items, but this can only be acquired through villager trading. You can also get thorns on any armor piece, which goes up to level 3. Thorns makes it when mobs attack you, they will take damage. I do not like this enchant though, as it causes you to lose more durability. As you can tell, this pair of pants is almost completely maxed out, with protection 4, unbreaking 3, mending, and thorns 2. There are specific enchantments for armor pieces such as boots and helmets. Boots have feather falling 4, soul speed 3, depth strider 3, and frostwalker 2. You will not want Frostwalker as it causes water underneath you to freeze, which makes it difficult to navigate. Also, Soul Speed can be acquired in Bastions, so we won't need that yet. Feather Falling makes you take less damage when falling, which is very useful, and Depth Strider lets you swim faster in water. By combining this pair of boots and this pair of boots, I can get all the enchantments on one. As you notice, it costs 12 levels now. If I swap them around, it'll now cost 10 levels. Make sure to always try this before combining, as it may make it cheaper. You can also change the name of an item for an extra XP point. When enchanting your sword, you're looking for sharpness 5, unbreaking 3, fire aspect 2, looting 3, and mending. You can also find knockback 2, although that makes your mobs fly further away when you hit them. Looting makes it where mobs drop more loot. You'll also see Bane of Arthropods, which makes you do more damage to spiders. This is pretty useless. Smite makes you do more damage to undead mobs, such as zombies and skeletons, and the Wither. Sharpness does more damage to general mobs. You can get Fortune 3 or Silk Touch 1. Fortune gives you more loot when you mine an ore, and Silk Touch lets you pick up things like ender chests. You can also get up to Efficiency 5, Unbreaking 3, and Mending. I recommend acquiring both a Silk Touch and a Fortune Pickaxe, as they both have their separate uses. Shovels can get Efficiency 5, Mending, Unbreaking 3, and again Silk Touch or Fortune. This also applies to the axe, but the axe can also get Sharpness on it. Bows can get up to Power 5, Punch 2, Infinity, Flame, Unbreaking 3, or Mending. Infinity means when you have one arrow, you can fire as many as you want without losing any. You cannot have both Mending and Infinity on a bow. Punch is like knockback. It makes mobs go further away. Flame is like fire aspect on the sword. It lights mobs on fire. Remember that while enchanting, every time you enchant an item, it changes the enchants available for every other item. Make sure to check a book every single time and see if you can get Unbreaking 3 on it. You can put this on your elytra so it has more durability. The only enchants that go on an elytra are Unbreaking 3 and Mending 1. Mending is an enchant that when you pick up XP, it'll repair your tool instead of giving you levels. This can go on any item or armor piece and is extremely valuable. After enchanting and combining items, this is what I have. Protection 4, projectile protection 4, leggings, boots, sword, pickaxes, shovel, axe, bow, and nothing on the elytra because I could not get him breaking on a book. At this point, we're going to go to a bastion. So first, I'm going to brew some potions, craft a brewing stand, and place some blaze powder inside. This is the fuel for the brewing stand. Then, collect some glass, craft bottles with them. Place down some water, you can fill the bottles with water. You then want to place these in the brewing stand and put in a piece of nether wart. You've now made awkward potions. These are the basis for all potions. I'm going to make fire resistance as I find it the most useful. Fire resistance is made with magma cream. By placing it in glowstone dust, you can make a potion stronger. Redstone will make a potion last longer. Once your inventory looks something like this, you're ready to go find a bastion. Upon entering the nether, I will usually drink a fire resistance potion and then start digging up. As you can tell, fire resistance makes you immune to lava. I've now found the bastion from earlier. There are 4 different bastion types, but going over all of them would take too long. All of the bastions will have pigments in them. You can kill these. Watch out for the ones with an axe as they do a lot of damage. If you have a lava bucket, it can be very useful, as it can be dropped on the piglins to kill them. Work your way through the bastion until you find chests. These will contain pretty okay loot. Oh wow. Pig step is the really rare disc inside of them that sounds awesome. You'll also find soul speed books here. The bastion type I found was stables. If you want a more in-depth tutorial on how to go through bastions, I would recommend Key 4's video. Unluckily, my bastion didn't have what we're looking, so I'm going to move to the next one. It appears that the other bastion I'd found earlier is a treasure type. You can tell by the walls here. Treasure has the most loot, but it's also the most dangerous. This is because the center has lava. Thankfully, we have fire resistance potions, though. There it is! A netherite upgrade template. You want to gather as many of these as you can, because each one is... As I was saying, you want to gather as many of these as you can, because each one is worth 7 diamonds. It's also worth it to gather the gold blocks. You may also find netherite scraps or netherite ingots in the chest. These are extremely valuable, grab them. All the bastion types will also have hidden gold blocks in the walls. You can memorize these, but it's only really useful for speedrunning. Treasure has a lot of hidden gold blocks. Oh look at there, another netherite template. And ancient debris. Once you've gathered at least one template, you can go back to your home portal. Once you've gotten back, you want to store all your valuable items away. It may also help to cook up some more fire resistance potions. Now I've got soul speed on my boots. In this final step, you're going to want to gather all your diamonds, a lot of gold, netherite scraps, ancient debris, and upgrade templates. We're now going to go mining for ancient debris. Ancient debris can be cooked in a furnace to make netherite scraps. Using 4 scraps and 4 gold, you can make a netherite ingot. Also using netherrack, your template, and 7 diamonds, in this order, you can craft duplicate templates. You want to craft as many of these as you can because you'll need it to upgrade every single tool and armor piece. Then using 2 iron and 4 planks, you can craft a smithing table. By placing in your armor piece, a netherite ingot, and a template, you've now gained netherite armor. This is the highest tier armor of the game, and it should also hopefully have maxed out enchantments. Now, enter back into the nether, drink your fire resistance potions, and go mining in a straight line. Continue mining until you found ancient debris, and collect it. Gather as much as you need until you can make all of your armor pieces and tools into netherite. You hopefully now have maxed out gear. Thank you so much for watching this series, and I'll be posting videos every Wednesday. See you next time.